a transformative podcast that guides you toward becoming the best version of yourself professionally and personally. Each episode empowers you to release the limitations, fears, and old patterns that keep you stuck, while embracing the strategies and mindsets that lead to true success. Through powerful conversations and expert insights, you'll discover how to transform your career trajectory while maintaining inner balance, build unshakable confidence in your abilities, create meaningful relationships that support your growth, and master the art of letting go to make room for what serves you. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, building your dream business, or seeking deeper personal fulfillment, Let It Go and Flourish provides the guidance you need to thrive in all areas of life. Join our community of forward-thinking individuals who are ready to release what no longer serves them and step into their full potential. New episodes drop every Friday at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. Visit merlinclark.com to listen to the podcast and take the first step toward your extraordinary future. Remember, your greatest self emerges when you let go of who you think you should be and embrace who you truly are. Let it go and flourish. Release, renew, and rise.
Hello to my amazing audience. The Let It Go and Flourish podcast show. Welcome to another episode. This is the place where we discuss real life, real growth, and actual results. This is episode 9 of season 2, and I am your host, Merlin A. Clark, and I thank you for tuning in today. Now, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, Let It Go and Flourish is a transformative podcast that guides you in becoming the best version of yourself, both professionally and personally. The inspiration for this podcast came from my book, Let It Go and Flourish, Live a Life of Peace, Passion, and Purpose. Now, who doesn't want to do that? And it is available on Amazon.com. However, if you would like a signed copy, you can purchase that directly from me. All right. Now, family, today you are in for a special treat because I'm fortunate to have David Jones as my expert guest, and he will be dropping major value. Now, who is David Jones? David Jones. But before I present him, let me talk a little about David. The Hello LLC is a digital infrastructure company which was founded by David Jones and Tara Bush, who is his business partner for 8 years, and they have been together for 14 years, and they both live as digital nomads in Bangkok, Thailand. Now, before they moved to Thailand, they were living in Mexico. They are nomads. And they help entrepreneurs and companies with 3 to 25 employees. They help them to eliminate leadership blind spots through AI agents, automation, and smart business systems that replace chaos and give you clarity. Now, who does not want to do that? Now, from AI-powered communication and follow-up to complete connected ecosystems, marketing automation, and Web3 integration, the HELLO LLC helps businesses stop operating in fear, manual overwhelm, and constant reaction mode and start leading with systems, innovation, and real execution. Why? Because AI isn't the future. It's already at your doorstep. And implementation is the key, right? Implementation is the key. So I will introduce to some and present to others David Jones, co-CEO of the HELLO LLC. David, welcome to the Let It Go and Flourish podcast show.
Miss Merlin, thank you so much. It has been so astonishing to see you go from Clubhouse, where we met, to all the transitions of all the social media platforms, to now being live on LinkedIn, having your own podcast, season 2, and just to see you as an amazing grandmother, as an amazing caregiver, a business owner, an author, John Maxwell, all the trainings, and investing in yourself and showing these youngsters, showing these mid-age, showing whatever age, there ain't no age with you, and you ain't stopping, and you continue to show up, ma'am. And people don't know what's behind the scenes in your life, and they should know that you show up when you shouldn't be showing up. And I'm so proud of you. And I want you to know that whatever happens, whatever is going on, you remind me that, hey, you better not stop, because Miss Merlin ain't stopping. So we climbing this mountain together. So absolutely. I just want to thank you, ma'am, for just showing up.
Absolutely. And as David said, we met on Clubhouse. We connected on LinkedIn. Clubhouse that was formed during the pandemic, and we met in the John Lee's room. Then he was doing his own show, moderator, and he, along with Tara Bush, his partner in business and life. And
yeah, we were moderators in John Lee's room too.
That's right. And just to let you know, this overlay for my podcast show, David Jones and Tara Bush are responsible for that. They designed this overlay. They designed my intro video and all my AI videos that you see me posting on social media. The HELLO LLC is responsible for that. And just in case you're wondering, what does HELLO LLC means? David, explain that to them.
The HELLO LLC stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Leading Edge Optimizations. And it started when Tara and I, started our business in network marketing, that good old pyramid scheme that everybody runs away from. Just because you start somewhere doesn't mean you end there. I can assure you that. And that's when I lost 80 pounds. Tara lost 60 pounds. And we came up with, and I had went through this landmark situation or a course, and Tara went through it. And my mentor was named Udi. And Udi would sit there and say, hello. And Tara and I were in our meeting, and she was like, what should we call our business? And I said, hello. And I was like, that's it. It should be hello, because everybody's going to say our name every single day, regardless of the matter. You like us, you hate us, you don't like us, you're saying hello. And so we just thought that, hey, it was rememberable. And so we then had to come up with some acronyms, the marketing guy over here, and we put it together. And that's when we didn't have ChatGPT. That's when we couldn't just put it in and say, hey, help us create these acronyms and things of that sort. People have no clue how far we've came with utilizing this AI. And that's where hello came from.
Wow. No, I didn't know the story behind that. I know what it stands for, but I didn't know how it originated. Thanks for explaining that to me. And I want people to know what you do. And so we're going to have a conversation today, a fun conversation around AI, because believe it or not, David, people are still hesitant when it comes to using AI. And I want to know, why are they breaking from broken systems and not lack of effort?
I think when you share that, first of all, even to back up, when we talk about, AI, a lot of the times when I do come on podcasts and people ask us, because that's what we're expert is, what is AI? And I can give you all the jargon. I can tell you there's 5 different kinds and all that other stuff. But for entrepreneurs and business owners, they need to understand that AI is, time. They need to understand it's more money. They need to understand it's growth. They need to understand that it's helping your employees and understanding that being able to help your customers with faster response time and then lessen the stress at the end of the day. And so really when we talk about AI, we talk about systems. We talk about your current operations. We talk about the unwanted, dreadful things that you're manually doing every single day that you can be able to automate. And really what it comes down to is the control factor of us allowing ourselves as entrepreneurs, aka human beings that have feelings and emotions and have this thing tied to it of what we think AI is and how we feel it might, destroy our lives or destroy human society, when it's completely opposite from that, not listening to the mainstream media or the movies that we used to watch from Terminator, Matrix, Lawnmower Man that got us real scared, and really being able to take a step back and ask yourself, well, AI is not a robot, right? It's not magic. It's a digital worker that can perform tasks at a consistency pace. And what AI has done has really challenged us as human beings, our worth ethic, right? And our output of what we can do. And so that's really where we're at when we talk about this from that standpoint. And as I share with people, positive people come up with positive things. Negative people come up with negative things. And if you're looking for negative things, you're going to find negative things. And how are you looking at AI? Just like when we talked about metaverses, Web3, people would talk about metaverse isn't this, metaverse isn't that. And my first question to them would be, have you visited metaverse? Did you put on Oculuses? Did you go in there for business? Did you go in there for fun? And a lot of people are just talking about this and only utilize Chat GPT and didn't prompt it the right way, say it didn't work and be like, oh, AI sucks. That's not what AI is. It's so much further than that. So hopefully that answered your question.
It does. But here's the thing. You hit on a point where you say they go into Chat GPT and say they say it doesn't work. It's all in how you use anything. The user has a responsibility. How did you word your prompt? It's going to give you what you ask for. It's only going to give you the output is as valuable as the input. What did you ask it to give you? All right. And we need to use it responsibly. We need to use it responsibly. Everybody's using it. As a business owner, as a leadership coach, and I create content for other people. And I don't hesitate telling them that I get assistance from AI. Everybody's using it. I'm not going to go ahead and say, oh, I created this out of my head just like that. Most of it I do, but I get assistance from AI. It's there to help me, as you say, live life optimally. Right? Live life optimally. Now, I want to know, what are your thoughts on how AI eliminate leadership blind spots and those that are caused by manual operations? How does AI eliminate leadership blind spots that are caused by manual operations?
Well, I think first of all, what we have to do is, as a leader, we have to be able to be aware of where we're at, and we have to be able to tell the truth. And a lot of the times as leaders, we're talking about ego, we're talking about pride, and we're talking about, somebody that doesn't want to be told, what they should change in their current 10-step, 12-step, 3-step, whatever, leadership, program that they've caught onto, especially now that is completely shift. And the actual way that we've done business has moved from a manual, to a digital worldwide experience. And so I think for many leaders, it's, we're not ready, or, our business is special, or we don't need that in our business. And this is that. And so I really, truly think that the fear that when we talk about, leadership and fear as one of the words that, my word when I talk about fear, false evidence appearing real, that's old school. But my word is, focus, energy, arrange to react. And a lot of the times for a leader, they are missing the blind spots because don't want to look for change. They don't want somebody to say, hey, you're looking at these mistakes, or hey, losing control is also one of the bigger things when it comes to, the leadership skills and the fear of utilizing AI. And it's something new. A lot of these businesses and organizations, especially for some of the businesses we're focusing on, is that it's a brand new system. It's training. It's getting, Lisa in the background to buy on board with this new system that she's been utilizing for 30 years. And now you got her in your ear. And so leadership also has a cost of who you listen to and who you follow. And that's why they need to be following you and getting the leadership skills and being able to adapt these things together, and really understand that, you are an individual and you have to stop relying on what you think and what you feel. And AI gives us access to information that we were not privy to, in the past. You had to rely on your CRM, that your employees put in the information to your CRM that was completely incorrect. And I was an employee. I didn't want to be putting in information correctly, or to write this or write that. And neither do any of my other colleagues. So I'll be the first one to say, you can call me bad, but I know it's being done. And the leadership is relying on that information when you can have AI agent collect the information from the customer itself and have it go all the way through the system, and then not have 5 different platforms it has to touch, or rely on your employee to put in that information that they found out when the AI agent got that from the beginning. And so from a leadership standpoint, that allows you to get the information you need and you want, and be able to do these things and create a better vision, create a better purpose, and really create culture better than you think. It's not the coffee mug. It's not the pizza party. It's not the happy hour. It's your operations. And really, that's what you need to be thinking, is that your culture is your operation system, that you have a name on it, and what you give it at the end of the day.
Perfect. You touched on something about the ego and the pride, because many leaders, they don't want to think that they're doing anything wrong. They don't want to change because they feel, I'm a leader, this is my business, this is how I'm going to do it. And they hold on to control. They don't want to change. And I just read an article recently about the same thing. They don't want to admit that they make some mistakes and that they can even learn from their employees. I'm a leader. I'm sitting up here. I know it all. I don't need to learn from anybody else. This is the way I've been doing it for a long time. I'm going to continue doing that way. So many of them, David, I notice, are even afraid to delegate. They don't learn the art of delegation, the value in delegating. And what I say to that is, train your people. Get to know your people. The high performers, train them so that you could delegate more to them, and that will free you up to do other things. You mentioned it's time. You use your time efficiently when you get the AI assistance. I'm telling you, I am experiencing that. And another thing I want to touch on, David, the hidden cost of slow follow-up, missed communication, and disconnected teams. Let's talk about that.
A lot of people think that, response times are fine. Their customers are with them, even ourselves at the Hello LLC. And, being able to say, employees are productive, and more so being able to think that, you lead begins with a follow-up, and it does not at the end of the day. And it's what you are missing is the burnout. You're missing the slow growth. You're missing the team's frustration. You're missing the whole dependency on one person knowing one particular part of your business. Other than implementing these things, and utilizing AI. And the crazy thing about it is that business owners will not spend, $600, $700 a month to implement some of these tools and systems into the business, especially with us. And they'll lose a $30,000 employee that literally told them, hey, you need to implement this CRM system. Hey, you need to implement this better. You need to do that. And they didn't do it because of that pride, because of that ego, because they don't want to invest, and scared money don't make money. And if you think that you cannot implement AI in your business, do me a huge favor. Take your phone back, okay? Don't use spell check, grammar check moving forward. Don't use your Siri at home or Alexa on your laptop. Just throw that away. Netflix, get rid of that because it has AI laced through it all. It knows you like no other. Your phone, just take it back to Verizon now. Verizon, send me my money. And this is where you really have to stop having that mindset, but really it's control.
It's control.
And the crazy thing about it is that you can control an AI better than you can an employee. And I just had this conversation, and look, David Jones is my name, and telling the truth is my game. Okay,
I love that.
Us as employees, there's an employee mindset and there's an entrepreneur mindset. And let me tell you something: these entrepreneurs are going to replace you. If they can get something that's faster, cheaper, more reliable. Prime example, remember when the thing called pandemic came around and COVID was here? You closed down your gym membership. You closed down your cleaners. You closed down, your car wash things that you weren't using it. So why can you have the same concept or hold on to the same value for an entrepreneur? Because you think, this AI is something, you're going to have robots that you're going to be competing with, and then you're going to have leadership ran by AI. So this is where we really have to get out of our own way and really start understanding that, AI is here to really help us. And I'm not saying all jobs are going to be gone, but you as an employee, if you're sitting there thinking you're going to not be replaceable, you are so naive. This is the time more than ever that you need to dig down even 10 times faster and learn these AI tools for yourself so you can implement them in your job for your own sake, to be, when it does come time for those pink slips, hey, David actually knows this AI quite well. We can actually use him in this department over here because he's actually been implemented here. People that are not able to do that, or hey, Suzanne, she's always hesitant on doing this. She's not going to make it. Bye, Suzanne. Right? And so these are the conversations that organizations are having, and especially for leadership is having. And why not is the better question. Implement these things into your business.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What is an AI agent? For those of us who don't know, what is an AI agent and how is it different from using AI tools casually?
That's a great question. Prime example, if you went to the hellollc.io, our hello agent, or Izzy that we would say, you could literally talk to Izzy, and Izzy would be able to take you through the whole entire solutions of our business. She can answer your frequently most questions. She could book an appointment with you. She can take you through our scan your system and actually get an actual score of your actual systems now of what you have set up. She can be able to literally go through my email and answer your email questions. Izzy can be able to go to my social media and answer you immediately on your social media, or when you hit me on my social media, on Facebook, Instagram, right, or LinkedIn. So this allows us to be able to understand that this is completely different from ChatGPT or Claude or any learning language model AI, right? That's the difference. And with our intuitive AI agent, it allows us to be able to entrench this into our business where Izzy is taking care of everything. Where I literally will see Izzy at work, right? Answering questions, answering text messages, answering emails, answering messages without me having to do it. And for a person, a business owner that is busy, that is getting massive amount of information and questions, you have to hire somebody. You're going to expect that person to be right there. Well, I mean, you are expecting them, but they're not. They're not going to answer it. You're going to have spell check errors. And then you're going to have them answer it the way they want to answer it, not the way you would answer it. So this is where the AI agent is in tune, intuitive AI at that.
Perfect. Yesterday, I want to say a big shout out to Coach Carrie Willis. Yesterday, we had, she took the DISC assessment, and yesterday we had a debriefing session. And one of the things she says to me after the debriefing, we talked about, having assistance when you're not there. So this is a prime example. If you're sick or something is going on, your business should still be operating even when you're asleep, right? Because you need responses. So I want to say a big shout out to Coach Carrie Willis, and she's checking in from Indiana. Hello, hello. And thank you, David, for that answer so that our audience can know the difference between an AI agent and how it differs from using AI tools. I have another question for you. What's real-time cost or cost savings can automation create for small teams?
Well, that's a great question because it goes to the overall question that you were asking earlier, the leadership blind spots. Where from an entrepreneur, we mostly look at, revenue or expenses, or we look at, payroll of things that we have to output, and what we are not looking at and we're not measuring how AI can help you out is the lost opportunities. A lot of the times people have these crusty, dusty websites that don't work, that have a whole bunch of paragraphs and a whole bunch of pictures of themselves, thinking that people care about just a picture of yourself. They want interaction. They want to get to the stuff that you have, just like your amazing Biz in a Box that we built for you, right? You have your Biz in a Box where people can get things to right there. Most people are having their website that then takes them to fill out their name, their address, and, take them back to their email that you and I are on this call right now. You're not going to check your email the minute we get off this phone call. You're going to go do something else. You're going to go do something else. And then maybe later on, you might check to that where I got AI agents in my stuff. It's being answered right now. Who you think is going to get the business? You or me? Because they're going to go with the customer that responds to them right there and then. So that's one cost, lost opportunities of, you might not have a whole bunch of clients that are calling you every single second, but this hour that we're going to take 30 minutes, they need that response. Because how are you? I know I am. When I want something, I want it now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to do nothing, right? Which is why I respond back to you guys being our Hello Pivot members as fast as possible. If I'm available, I'm going to answer. And then, the missed follow-up, with your actual appointments. Just like within your Biz in a Box that we have set up, when people book an appointment with you, they're able to get a follow-up message before, a follow-up message an hour beforehand, a follow-up message afterwards, thanking them for their time. Most business owners are doing that manually. I used to do that manually. Leah Garcia used to do that manually. She said that was horrible, right? Now adding in AI. Now that would be an AI, not an AI agent. Right? An AI agent would work real time at that particular point. What you have in your Biz in a Box is automation, right? And so not only that, this making manual tasks. I mean, the repeated manual tasks that people do every single day. And then the decision delays. AI can help out so many entrepreneurs and so many leaders with the right information, the right data. And so often, like we said earlier, entrepreneur leaders are leading with wrong information. My father taught me boy, save some money. Save some money for a rainy day. You never know when you're going to need it. You never know when you're going to meet it. You never know, boy. You never know. And come to find out, guess what? What my father did not teach me is that save money. Hey, you need to go invest that money. You need to go put that here. You need to go put that there. So financial literacy is caught, not taught. And so often we think that we're listening to the right people and how we're supposed to run our business, and we're not listening to somebody else because somebody else told us, oh, you might want to not listen to them and this, that, and the other by their personal experience, but not knowing that, hey, that's facts, right? And I love it. I know women don't like it. I get it. This ain't a relationship. Facts over feelings. And a lot of the times leaders run their business over feelings other than facts. And that's what gets us in trouble.
Yeah, great answer, great answer. And I just want to, you touched on the biz in the box. So if you want to see what a biz in the box looks like, you can go to merlinclark.com and you will see an example. You will see my biz in the box, merlinclark.com. And that was designed by David Jones and Tara Bush of the HELLO LLC. And I am a Pivot member. All right. He mentioned Leah Garcia. She is also a Pivot member where we book monthly appointments to go over things that we need them to do for us in our biz in the box or create my MotionWorks video. So I'm telling you right now, you want to connect with David Jones so that you can learn about the biz in the box. And I want to touch on something else, that I also have a storefront in the metaverse. So David, where does immersive 3D and the metaverse fit into your AI strategy? I know, but I want the audience to know about that. Share that with us.
We talked about the metaverse, in Clubhouse, because we were already past the AI conversation. We were gone. And when Clubhouse started talking about AI and Chat GPT, we were like, oh, that's cute and adorable. We're past. We're like, you guys are just going to wait until AI can start creating these experiences and you can talk to it. And then it's going to get even more funner. And here we are. And now Metaverse is kind of taking a back seat. And now AI is in the front row, as we said it should have been, but it kept, going back and forth. And so, the metaverse, especially for you, people are allowed to, prime example, your QR code, no more business cards for you. Hey, here goes my QR code, go to it, and your biz in a box. You're not only able to say, hey, go to my website, but you're able to say, hey, go to my metaverse store that you can join from your phone, your actual laptop. Girl, do I need Oculuses? No, we can go into it right now. Let's go into it. And literally it allows people to step inside the internet. We've been utilizing Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of these social media platforms for 20 plus years, 24 to be exact. It's time for a shift. And that's what it does, is it creates a different experience for us to go inside, click onto a button, go to a website. You can purchase your book. You can get your free chapter of your download, your expert. You can be able to go and listen to your podcast all inside your metaverse storefront. And we have other businesses that are there as well, because we want more for you than from you. It's amazing how some people get that confused. And collaboration is the new competition, and it's new currency at the same time. And so we've built a whole entire mall to where your clients can come and visit, or new prospects can come and visit and be like, ooh, there goes so-and-so. Oh, they do that? You know what? I just got something from Maryland. Let me go over here and get that. It could be artwork. It could be Chef Andy. Chef Andy is right across the way from Miss Merlin Clark, where they can go get some pasta. So we all win. And a lot of the times you hear people bumping their gums about collaboration. You hit them in the back channel and they're ghost and they don't hit you back. They'll look at your profile and you're like, hello. And then they'll go on live videos and be like, oh, I love what you're doing, and still ghost. And it just blows my mind that, people do this thing and they don't see the fakeness in it. And then you go and show them some real stuff that actually can benefit their business, and they don't do it. And they're still utilizing the Calendly link. They're still utilizing Linktree. They're still utilizing some outdated website that doesn't explain anything that they're online talking about. And then they wonder why their business doesn't work. And then they look at me like I got 10 eyeballs. And so, and then they see all the clients that we've done, business for. And at some point, it becomes pride and ego and you not willing to change. And that's what I call self-sabotage. And that's insanity in itself. And so sorry, but not sorry if it's you that's watching, but I tell the truth. As I said, David Jones is my name and telling the truth is my game. And, at the end of the day, I mean well for you. Miss Merlin knows that. She's known me for well over now 5 years.
5 years. Mm-hmm.
6 years. And my integrity, our brand, what we do, how we do it stands for itself. And so, this is where we continue to share people anything and everything that we've done. We've implemented it in our business and our brand. And now we're showcasing it to the world that you can do it too. And it's believing in yourself and pressing the dang button. Most people won't press the button. Most people will give themselves excuses and reasons why. And we could talk about this AI all day long. I could give you every example under the moon, but that doesn't mean nothing until you decide to make a mindset change and you decide to separate the mind from the body and really ask yourself, hey, am I really doing what I need to be doing? Or am I still living my business pre-COVID? Am I still living my business pre-2024? Because some people I've talked to 2 years ago, they still haven't changed it, right? And it blows my mind that we don't make these shifts. But we'll go on vacations, we'll have the newest purse, we'll say we got the newest watch, we got the newest golf clubs, but we ain't got nothing new in our business. So really, at some point, what leadership?
David, one of the things I've recognized is when I talk to different people, it dawns on me that many people they resist change. They have a scarcity mindset and they don't believe that there is enough out there for everyone. They don't want to make that leadership shift, that you have to be willing to make that shift because you cannot remain where you are. You have to embrace new technology. You have to embrace changes. Be willing to be adaptable. Because would you go to a doctor who's going to use the old methods of surgery, or would you prefer to go to a doctor who's going to use a less invasive surgery on you? You got to think about innovation. How are they growing? How are they shifting? How are they pivoting? So we have to get rid of the scarcity mindset. Embrace an abundant mindset that there is enough out there for all of us. And Coach Carrie and I talked about that yesterday, and she just made a comment. It's always fun watching the work from the HELLO LLC, because I know she tunes into Leah Garcia's podcast show a lot. And I just want to, before we wrap this up, I just want to put in the chat where people can connect with you if they want to. And it's at the hellollc.io, correct? That's where they can touch base with you and book an appointment to learn more about the metaverse, AI. And he just reminded me before we got in the show that I haven't booked my pivot appointment, and I need to do that. A lot of things are going on, but I need to book my appointment because they help me. They help me. And when I bring guests on my show, it's because we are aligned. I don't just bring anybody on my show, and I don't just go on anybody's show. It's an alignment for me. Like-minded people who are growth-minded, who embrace change, who want to help others live life optimally, right? So as a leadership and life coach, I want to see results in my clients. I just did a DISC overview presentation to a group, and following that presentation, and that the person who invited me to do so, she was someone I met on Clubhouse, and I did that presentation, and I just submitted two proposals yesterday because people reached out to me to bring me into their organization to do the DISC assessment and communication training. So that's what it's all about, connecting with people. Communication doesn't take place until you make that connection. Communication without connection is just giving information. How is it received? And that's why I love working with David and Tara. And Tara is busy. She was supposed to be in the show today, but she's busy working on a project, and I believe in prioritizing, and that's what she's doing. But need not worry, because they're going to be back on the show together in the future. So at this time, I just put in the chat where you can get in touch with David. And if you want to get in touch with me, you will go to, put that in the chat as well, merlinclark.com.
Scan that QR code right there as well.
Exactly. All right. So David, it's been fun having you on the show. And I am going to close with a word from our sponsor.
Hello. I am Merlin Clark. And as the owner of Mac Leadership Solutions, I know you're driven for growth. The Mac Success Academy is your launchpad to capture those explosive moments and achieve the success you crave. For less than your daily coffee habit at $17 a month, you will gain access to live training, action-oriented teachings, and a library of digital courses that are written, audio, or video. Don't miss out on this investment in yourself. It's the key to unlocking the best year of your life. At under $1 a day, you'll gain the tools and strategies to dominate this year and beyond. Remember, lasting transformation demands action. If you yearn for more success, growth, happiness, and stability, the Mac Success Academy is your answer. It's time to stop wishing and start thriving. Join us today.
David, that was amazing. And I just want to thank my audience. Until next time, this is Merlin A. Clark from Mac Leadership Solutions, LLC. You have been an amazing audience. Have a wonderful weekend. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
Toodles.